God be with you. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend. We've had a very exciting weekend here at church. We had a big music festival service at Aldeburgh, and also at Minskip we had a really exciting service where we said thank you for the fact that our church there is opening again. And these flowers come from our Minskip service. So before we started our collective worship today, I thought it might be nice if you pause the video and you have a think about the last weekend and think about if there's something you'd like to say thank you for. I'm sure everybody can think of at least one thing they'd like to say thank you for. So turn to your neighbour now and tell them what it is. So now let's move on to thinking some more about Jesus as the Good Shepherd. We've been talking about sheep a lot, haven't we, over the last couple of weeks, and it's all helping us to understand more our school value of love and what love really looks like in action. Sheep need a shepherd to take care of them. We can see sheep in the fields. We know it's important that the sheep are placed where they can get to all the things that they need to stay healthy. A shepherd must put the sheep in good pasture land where they can get water as well as food. In the dry areas where Jesus lived, it was really important that shepherds led their flocks to good pasture and streams of water. As you can see in this picture, in Jesus' time, the shepherd used to walk ahead of his sheep and the sheep followed him. The shepherd would have a rod and a staff with him. The rod was for protection, to frighten away any wolves or wild animals that wanted to harm the flock. The staff had a curved bit at the top, you might be able to see it on the picture, so that if a sheep got stuck in a bush or down a cliff, the shepherd could pull it out. Now, as you might know, sheep can get into all kinds of trouble. I'd like you to pause the video now and see if you can think of any ways that sheep might get into trouble. So here are some images of sheep getting into trouble for you to see. So in this first one, you can see that this sheep's got caught in a bush. It'll need untangling. In this one, we have some frightened sheep that are running away. I don't know if you've ever been in a car and had sheep running in front of you and they just don't think to turn off the road. The sheep can get stuck on its back. Sheep can have a really tough time when it snows. This is a very dramatic picture. We've got some sheep being rescued from a terrible flood. Often we see people being rescued, don't we, in these sorts of situations, but these sheep needed rescuing too. And in this picture, amazingly, in the middle, you can see a sheep that's stuck on a really narrow ledge. That one's going to be incredibly hard to rescue, isn't it? As I expect you've realised by now, when Jesus was talking about sheep, he was actually talking about people. He describes us as being his sheep. Do you ever sometimes get tangled up in a problem? Or tangled up feeling frustrated? And the more you struggle to get free, the more stuck you become, like the tangled up sheep that we saw. Do you ever feel scared, maybe like the sheep on the ledge did, and don't know where to turn? Do you ever feel lost or confused? I think all of us feel lost or confused sometimes. It shows that we're all just a little bit like sheep. I'm going to say a prayer now, and if you'd like it to be your prayer, you can say Amen at the end. Dear God, thank you that you are a good shepherd, that you know our names and that you care for us. Thank you that you know all the dangers or worries that we can face in life. Thank you that you never want us to walk alone. Amen. God go with you.